Imagine for just a moment waking up tomorrow morning not just refreshed, but truly invigorated. Picture yourself stepping out of bed with a lightness in your step, a clarity in your mind you haven't felt in years. What would that mean for your day? For your life? Would you finally tackle that long-postponed project, spend more joyful time with grandchildren, or simply enjoy a quiet morning coffee feeling utterly at peace? This isn't just a hopeful dream, my dear friends. It's a very real possibility, and it begins with one simple yet profoundly impactful change to your evening routine. In fact, what I'm about to share with you comes straight from the wisdom of Barbara O'Neill, a woman who has helped tens of thousands reclaim their energy, strength, and independence naturally, gently, and powerfully. Did you know that a seemingly innocent habit, something many of us do without a second thought right before we drift off to sleep, could be silently, relentlessly increasing your risk of a stroke by a staggering 300%? Yes, you heard me correctly. 300%. It's a statistic that might make you pause, perhaps even feel a little uneasy. But please, don't let that feeling linger. Instead, let it be the gentle nudge that brings you to a deeper understanding, to a path of greater well-being. Today, we're going to uncover this hidden risk, understand why it's so dangerous, and most importantly, I'm going to share simple, actionable steps you can take tonight to protect yourself, to sleep more soundly, and to truly jumpstart a journey toward a healthier, more vibrant tomorrow. This isn't about drastic, overwhelming changes. It's about gentle adjustments, informed choices, and the profound power of understanding your body. Think of your body like a cherished classic automobile. It's been on many journeys, seen many miles, and it still has so much more to give. But just like that classic car, it needs the right fuel, the right care, and certainly, it needs to avoid habits that put unnecessary strain on its most vital systems. That one harmful habit before bed. It's like putting the wrong kind of oil in your engine or leaving the emergency brake on while you're trying to accelerate. It creates an enormous silent stress. We're going to explore this, just like we're sharing a cup of tea together. We'll peel back the layers of this particular nighttime habit, revealing its sneaky influence on your circulatory system and your brain. We'll talk about how something so seemingly harmless can contribute to conditions that make your heart work overtime, and how it can, over time, create a dangerous environment for your blood vessels. I promise you, understanding this is the first step to feeling more in control, more empowered. And in just a moment, I'll share the one mistake most seniors make, often unknowingly, that directly contributes to this heightened risk. It's not what you might think, and the simplicity of the solution will genuinely surprise you. You see, for many years, we've been told to focus on things like cholesterol, blood pressure, and managing stress during the day. All of these are incredibly important, of course, but what happens during those quiet hours, when your body is supposedly resting and repairing? This is where a critical, often overlooked, vulnerability lies. Your body undergoes remarkable processes while you sleep. Your brain, far from being dormant, is incredibly active, cleaning out cellular waste, consolidating memories, and preparing you for the next day. Your cardiovascular system, while slowing down, is still diligently working to pump blood throughout your body. And it's precisely during these crucial hours that certain habits can disrupt this delicate balance, creating a perfect storm for potential health issues. Have you ever woken up feeling groggy, even after what you thought was a full night's sleep? Perhaps with a dull headache or a general sense of sluggishness that takes hours to shake off. These can be subtle clues, gentle whispers from your body, telling you something isn't quite right. The habit we're discussing tonight isn't about what you eat for dinner or whether you exercise. It's far more insidious because it affects the very flow of life through your veins and arteries. It impacts the viscosity of your blood and the workload on your heart at its most vulnerable time. Imagine a garden hose. If the water pressure is too low, the water barely trickles out. If the pressure is too high, or if there's a kink in the hose itself can burst or become damaged. Your blood vessels are far more intricate and delicate than a garden hose, and the smooth, consistent flow of blood through them is absolutely vital for every single cell in your body, especially your brain. So what is this habit that can wreak such havoc? It's a seemingly simple act, often done out of convenience or a desire for comfort, but it profoundly impacts your hydration levels overnight. The habit, my dear friends, is not drinking enough water throughout the evening, particularly in the 2 to 3 hours leading up to bedtime. Many seniors, for very understandable reasons, often restrict their fluid intake in the evening. The fear of having to get up multiple times during the night to use the restroom or the worry about bladder control can lead to a conscious decision to avoid water after a certain hour. And while this concern is certainly valid, the unintended consequence can be a significant increase in stroke risk. Let me explain why this seemingly minor act has such a dramatic impact. When you don't consume enough fluids, especially as your body goes into a period of prolonged rest, your blood can become thicker. Think of it like this: if you have a pot of soup and you let it sit out for a long time, the liquid evaporates and the soup becomes more concentrated, thicker. The same thing, in a more complex way, happens to your blood. It becomes more viscous, more challenging for your heart to pump. Your heart, a magnificent muscle, has to work harder to push this thicker blood through your arteries and veins, especially through the tiny capillaries that supply your brain. This increased workload can be particularly stressful for a heart that may already be dealing with the natural effects of aging, or perhaps has pre-existing conditions like high blood pressure or a history of heart issues. The natural process of sleep involves a slight dip in blood pressure and heart rate. However, if your blood is already thickened due to dehydration, this natural dip can be further exacerbated, leading to a sluggish flow of blood. This sluggish flow, especially in the smaller vessels of the brain, creates an environment where clots are more likely to form. And it is these clots, tiny or large, that are the primary culprits in ischemic strokes, the most common type of stroke. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I don't want to be getting up all night. And that is a perfectly legitimate concern. This is not about guzzling a liter of water right before you climb into bed. It's about a mindful, gradual approach to hydration throughout your entire evening, especially in those crucial hours leading up to sleep. We'll dive deeper into the practical strategies for this in just a moment. But before we move on, I want to emphasize the profound connection between hydration and brain health. Your brain is approximately 75% water. It relies on a steady, uninterrupted supply of oxygen and nutrients carried by your blood. When blood flow is compromised, even subtly, the brain cells begin to suffer. Over time, chronic low-level dehydration can contribute to cognitive fogginess, memory issues, and a general feeling of mental fatigue. So, this isn't just about preventing a catastrophic event like a stroke. It's also about preserving your precious cognitive function, keeping your mind sharp and your thoughts clear. Have you noticed this in your own life? Perhaps you felt a bit muddled in the mornings, or found yourself reaching for that second cup of coffee just to feel fully awake. These can be subtle signals that your body is craving more consistent hydration, especially during those long stretches of sleep. Remember, your body is a brilliant communicator. It constantly sends you messages, if only we learn to listen, and tonight we are learning to listen to one of its most critical warnings. This is a gentle reminder, my dear friends. If this information is resonating with you, if you're finding value in understanding these vital connections between your daily habits and your long-term health, please consider hitting that subscribe button. By joining our community, you'll ensure you never miss out on practical, empowering health tips designed specifically for you. And if this helps you, if it gives you a moment of clarity or a spark of hope, a simple thumbs up would mean the world to me. It truly helps us reach more people who need this information. And in the comments below, I'd love for you to type hope if you're feeling inspired today, if you're ready to embrace these small, powerful changes. It's a wonderful way to connect and share that spirit of positive change. Now, let's seamlessly transition into the practical aspects of how to combat this hidden risk, how to gently rehydrate your body for optimal health, and how to protect your most vital organ, your brain, from the dangers of nighttime dehydration. Stick with me, because this next tip could be a game changer, and it's surprisingly easy to implement starting tonight. It's not about drinking a gallon of water, but about smart, strategic sips. Continuing our conversation, we've identified the silent culprit, insufficient hydration in the hours leading up to bedtime, leading to thicker blood and an increased strain on your heart and brain, dramatically escalating stroke risk. Now, let's talk about the practical solutions, the gentle shifts you can make to turn this around. This isn't about guzzling water right before your head hits the pillow, which, as we discussed, can understandably lead to unwanted nighttime awakenings. Instead, it's about a more mindful, consistent approach to hydration throughout your evening, specifically designed to prepare your body for those crucial hours of rest and repair. What's one thing you'd love to feel better about when you wake up? Is it less joint stiffness, more mental clarity, less morning fatigue? Consistent, gentle hydration in the evening contributes to all of these. When your blood is flowing smoothly, nutrients and oxygen can reach every cell more efficiently, reducing inflammation and supporting overall cellular function. This isn't just about preventing strokes, it's about enhancing your entire well-being. Let's touch upon the role of electrolytes, which are often overlooked when we talk about hydration. Electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium help your body absorb and utilize water more effectively. When you're well hydrated with a balance of electrolytes, your cells are better able to perform their functions, and your blood volume is maintained at a healthy level. While plain water is paramount, incorporating electrolyte-rich foods can further support this process. Consider adding a pinch of good quality sea salt to your water during the day, or enjoying foods like bananas, avocados, spinach, and sweet potatoes, which are excellent sources of potassium and magnesium. This holistic approach to hydration ensures your body has all the tools it needs to thrive. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I'm sufficiently hydrated? A simple way to gauge your hydration levels is to pay attention to the color of your urine. Ideally, it should be a pale yellow, similar to lemonade. If it's consistently darker, more like apple juice, it's a clear signal that you need to increase your fluid intake throughout the day, and certainly be more mindful of your evening hydration. Don't wait until you feel parched. Thirst is often a sign that you are already mildly dehydrated. Make conscious sips a habit throughout the day, and particularly in the early evening. Another often missed point is how some medications can impact hydration. Certain medications, especially diuretics prescribed for blood pressure or heart conditions, can increase your body's need for fluids. If you are on such medications, it becomes even more crucial to discuss your hydration strategy with your doctor. They can provide personalized advice and ensure your fluid intake is appropriate for your specific health needs. This isn't about self-prescribing, it's about becoming an informed and active participant in your own health journey. Remember that feeling of waking up refreshed and invigorated that we talked about earlier. Consistent evening hydration is a cornerstone of achieving that feeling. When your body isn't struggling to circulate thickened blood, and when your cells are adequately hydrated, you are far more likely to experience restorative sleep. And when you sleep well, your brain has the opportunity to fully recover and rejuvenate, which in turn can significantly improve your memory, focus, and overall cognitive function during the day. It's a beautiful cycle of wellness that starts with a simple conscious choice. You won't believe what happens when you consistently apply this small shift. Many people report not only fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom, but also a deeper, more satisfying sleep. They wake up feeling clearer, less groggy, and with a noticeable improvement in their overall energy levels throughout the day. It's a testament to the body's incredible ability to heal and optimize when given the right conditions. This isn't just about avoiding a negative outcome like a stroke, it's about actively cultivating a life of greater vitality and well-being. So let's continue our journey. We've explored the hidden dangers of nighttime dehydration and the simple yet profound impact of strategically adjusting your evening fluid intake. Now, Let's bring all these threads together, weaving them into a tapestry of daily habits that will not only safeguard your health, but also enhance your overall vitality and joy. This isn't a one-time fix, it's a lifestyle, a gentle commitment to nurturing your body and mind, giving them the respect and care they so richly deserve. Beyond just the timing of your water intake, let's consider the quality of the water itself. While tap water can be adequate for many, investing in a good quality water filter can significantly improve the taste and purity of your drinking water. When water tastes better, you're naturally more inclined to drink it consistently throughout the day. Think of it as a small luxury that pays enormous dividends for your health. Another simple yet effective strategy is to keep a water bottle or a glass of water readily accessible throughout your home, on your bedside table, in the kitchen, next to your favorite reading chair. Seeing it acts as a gentle visual reminder, encouraging those consistent sips throughout the day. It's about making hydration effortless, integrating it seamlessly into your daily rhythm. Let's also consider the importance of physical activity in conjunction with hydration. Even gentle movement, such as a leisurely walk in the park or some light stretching, can significantly improve circulation. Better circulation means that the water you drink can be more efficiently distributed throughout your body, reaching every cell and helping to thin the blood effectively. This doesn't mean strenuous exercise right before bed. Rather, it's about incorporating regular, moderate activity earlier in your day. Think of it as a beautiful synergy. Hydration supports circulation, and circulation helps you utilize that hydration even better. Have you ever considered the impact of stress on your hydration levels? When we are under stress, our bodies can sometimes become more prone to dehydration. Stress hormones can affect kidney function and lead to increased fluid loss. This is another reason why gentle evening routines are so important. Activities like reading a calming book, listening to soothing music, or practicing simple breathing exercises before bed can help to reduce stress, thereby supporting your body's natural hydration balance. It's all interconnected. Your emotional well-being plays a far greater role in your physical health than we often realize. Think back to the metaphor of the classic car. Just as a classic car benefits from regular maintenance and quality parts, your body thrives on consistent care and high-quality fuel. We've talked about the right kind of fuel, water and hydrating foods. Now let's consider the maintenance, listening to your body, being proactive, and making informed choices. This includes having regular checkups with your doctor, discussing any concerns about your hydration or sleep patterns, and ensuring that any underlying health conditions are well managed. This information isn't meant to replace medical advice, but to empower you with knowledge so you can have more informed conversations with your healthcare providers. The journey to optimal health is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about making one small positive change at a time and building upon that momentum. Perhaps tonight, your goal is simply to have your last substantial glass of water 1 hour earlier than usual. Next week you might aim for 2 hours. Every step, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction, and each step contributes to that feeling of waking up refreshed, invigorated, and truly alive. Remember the power of curiosity loops we discussed? That feeling of wanting to know what's next? Well, the what's next in your health journey is a life filled with more energy, greater clarity, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you are actively nurturing your body's most vital systems. This isn't just about avoiding a negative outcome like a stroke. It's about embracing a richer, more fulfilling life. It's about being present for your loved ones, pursuing your passions, and enjoying each day to its fullest. So let's recap the gentle yet powerful changes we've discussed. First, prioritize front-loading your evening hydration, finishing most of your water intake 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Second, incorporate hydrating foods like fruits and vegetables into your evening meals and snacks. Third, choose calming herbal teas over caffeinated beverages in the evening. Fourth, listen to your body's signals and understand that subtle signs of fatigue or fogginess could be whispers of dehydration. And finally, consider how stress management and gentle physical activity contribute to your overall hydration and circulatory health. These are not burdens, They are gifts you give to yourself. Gifts of vitality, clarity, and peace. They are simple acts of self-care that accumulate into profound benefits over time. Think of the joy of waking up feeling truly rested, the clarity of thought that allows you to engage more deeply with your day, the lightness in your step as you move through life. This is the promise of consistent mindful hydration. My dear friends, your health is your most precious asset. It is the foundation upon which you build your life, your relationships, your joys. By making these small conscious choices before bed, you are not only protecting yourself from a serious risk, but you are also actively investing in a future filled with more energy, more clarity, and more vibrant moments. You are telling your body, I value you and I will care for you. And your body, in turn, will reward you with resilience, vitality, and the capacity to live each day to its fullest. If this conversation has resonated with you, if it has offered you a fresh perspective or a renewed sense of hope, I encourage you to take the next step. Subscribe to this channel to never miss tips like this, insights that are designed to empower and uplift you on your health journey. If you found this information helpful, please share this video with someone you care about, someone who might also benefit from these vital insights. Your sharing could literally make a life-changing difference for them. And finally, in the comments below, tell me one thing you're excited to try starting tonight. Perhaps it's a specific hydrating food, or simply adjusting the timing of your last glass of water. Your engagement inspires me and helps build our supportive community. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, every sunset brings with it the opportunity for a healthier, more vibrant tomorrow. Let tonight be the night you make that powerful, positive shift. You are worth it. Your health is worth it, and a future filled with energy and vitality awaits you.